Alright, I know I just recorded all this. I know I just uploaded it. I know I just scheduled it for, I guess, today. But I want to re-record this. I am so sorry. I am re-recording this. Okay. Here we go. Somewhere where there's no random players. Alright. So, what have I done? Okay. This was going to be a here's how to make this character video. I was going to try and make Tenma Maemi from Face Connect in this game. I don't know if I did a good job. Hush. Mostly because it's actually really difficult to recreate a real person in a video game when you only know them from shorts and like one or two like VODs and haven't actually interacted with them at all beyond what you see on YouTube. So, what we ended up with is a Bard-barian, which is a very, very classic combination. I wanted to do like a punch-a-bunch, but that didn't really do very well. The numbers just weren't there very high, and turns out you cannot combine barbarian with monk because barbarians have to be chaotic or neutral, and monks have to be lawful or lawful. So, yeah, that didn't quite end up working out. The other thing I thought was, well, there's no foxes in this game. Let's try a tabaxi. Turns out there is a fox in this game. You just gotta pay like an amount of money to get it. I forget how much. But you don't get to play as the fox. No. Instead, the fox just helps you cast spells and do fights. So what is this build? What is this build? Well, only a level 7. It's a partial build. Because that's all you can get at level 7 is part of the build. The build doesn't really feel complete. No character feels fully complete until you get level 20. And then all your mistakes are laid out for everybody to see. Especially you, because you'll know what you did wrong by then. Hopefully you'll know what you did wrong. Thankfully, this game includes ways to fix that. I've got a lesser heart of wood here if I need to re-roll anything about this character. But I think at level 7 I don't need to. So I'm just going to go up here and demonstrate why I think we're doing good. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Right through. Right through. I don't have a cleave. It doesn't matter. They're dead. And I didn't get touched once. Look at that. Alright, so what are we doing here? We are doing, for level 7, we are doing 4 Bard, 3 Barbarian. And after that, I have no clue. I'm probably not going to play this character. It was more of an experimental, how do I do this? And I already have a Bard-barian on a different server. That's more of a swashbuckler type. The feats I'm taking to start, I'm taking more defensive ones to start. Sorry if you're wanting to be more aggressive, but survival does matter here in this game of mercenaries fighting enemies for money. So I'm doing an evasive DPS build, basically. Taking dodge for mobility, for eventually spring attack, so I can jump in behind enemy lines and start attacking down casters in the back lines. And also because spring attack as a feat just naturally lets us attack while moving without having any penalty to these attacks. So if someone's put it down in dangerously AoE at the foot of our boss here, I can just go over here. Again, I'm focusing DPS, not tank. Next. Force of personality, because we are a charisma build, not strength. Weird for being a barbarian, right? which is why the other reason why I needed that one enhancement tree that costs money. 10 you're expensive. Uh, but what it lets us do, Force of Personality lets us use Charisma instead of Wisdom for our will saving throws. So if someone tries to charm us or hold us as a person in place, we can go, yeah, I don't think so. And just part of our personality. The other one I took, what did I take? Oh yeah, we're half elf for this. I was trying to Tabaxi at first, it didn't work out. So as a half elf, I get the Dilettante Paladin, which lets us add Charisma bonus, some of our Charisma, to more of our saving throws, all around the board. Not just will, but all of them. I don't know if they stack or not, they probably don't. But it does help with the other saving throws. And then the last one I took was Magical Training, because for some reason, as a bard, you don't get it by default. You have to train it. So, yeah. But that's mostly so we can cast our healing spells here in longer dungeons. So there are some really long dungeons towards the middle and late game that just decide that, you know, these rest shrine thingies, they're more of a fashion statement, and we're just not feeling it today. So, next, our skills. Can I sort these at all in any way? No. Why would I do that? Okay. Well, I got enough intelligence into this character to put skills towards mostly just fighting. I don't think I put anything into... No, I did. Yeah, mostly I just start fighting moves and traversal. A little bit into tumble and use magic device. Now these are going to be really important. So tumble, if I turn on the experimental tumble controls, can't believe I didn't turn those on. It's off by default for good reason, because they're experimental tumble controls, but this little bar here in the middle of the screen that was over here like blocking the party, I can do this and this, yeah, and now I'm out. That used to be infinite. Now I gotta wait for a while for those pips to come back up. Now I can do that again. The more tumble you get, the farther you can go, and if you get it high enough, you can do backflips and somersaults and loop-de-loops. And also, it affects fall damage too. So get that whenever you can. Use magic device as well. If we get that high enough, we can eventually use raised dead scrolls, which will allow us to be very helpful in a party, because bards by default don't get raised dead. They're more of a cross between arcane and like divine. They're the red mage. They're red mage basically. All right. So enhancements. Maybe it'll be easier on the enhancement tree. That's Destiny. Not there yet. Alright. So, Fade Arc Illusionist. This one costs like 495 DDO points. I don't know how much that is in real money. I did the calculation once, but I included DDO bonus points. That was a bad idea. They aren't always active. So, I want to say closer to like $5, maybe $7. I don't remember. You can easily build it up just looping through the game a few times and getting enough to buy it then. But what this does is give you a familiar. I've chosen Fox, but there's like 6 of them you can pick. As long as your familiar is by your side, you get bonuses to force and universal spellcast power, and then some of these enhancements in here give you more bonuses as long as you have your companion by your side. How do you call your companion by your side? you put the little icon on your bar, you click it, and now it's on. If I click it again, they're gone. I lose those bonuses. I'm sad. I want the fox back. There we go. The main one we want this for is Familiar's Flourish 1 and 2. This lets you hit and do damage with Charisma. Then these ones here are also good to pick up. Bend Light for permanent blur. And you've got my back for permanent shield. Technically. I think it's the... I don't think it's like a proper shield bonus, but you do get the magic missile protection from shield. The other one that's good here is Illusory Weaponry. So, what this does is I can take any weapon I've got, and I can imbue it with shadow. Now, this weapon gets +1 and is considered a implement, which I don't remember what that does. I'm sure it has something to do with spellcasting for 7 minutes. You notice that is 1 minute per level. So I've got 7 levels. That's 1 minute per those levels. The shop pay-to-win enhancement trees scale off of your total character level instead of your class level. The class enhancement trees, on the other hand, scale off of your class levels. So I have 4 levels of Bard, 3 levels of a Bard-barian. These will have a limit based on that. I will never be getting Scaldic Scream. I will never be getting Storm's Eye with these enhancements. The other thing it lets me do, Illusory Weaponry, is conjure a Shadow Blade. So now I have a Shadow Sword. And it's even funnier, I can imbue that Shadow Sword with Shadow, so now it's extra shadowy. Look at how shadowy it is. Let's go find a Kobold. I want to see how much damage this does, because now I'm curious what a Shadow Sword does. Trip. Ooh, just delete that guy.
This area was once a stage for entertainers before it fell into disrepair.
Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move that around there, and I'm gonna put this back here. There's one more enhancement from that. You can also summon Duo Shadow Blades and imbue those with Shadow. Now I've got 2 of them. I'm twice as menacing. Let's find another dude. Let's find that dude. He's gonna be a problem. Yeah, just see how fast that guy went down. We might not even need that great axe. Yeah, anyway. Okay, so that's those. That's just from those. Next, I'm going into War Chanter on the Bard side. I'm getting a little bit more Constitution because we are on a frontline attacker. We are going to be getting hit just as much as the tank. If there is a tank, or if we're soloing, we are the tank. So we're going to need extra hit points. Got additional buff, area buff to ourselves and our allies for attack rolls and saves against fear. That's more of a stepping stone to get to this thing here, which is Iced Edges. This adds that extra cold damage we were just doing. As well as an extra attack and an extra Bard Song. I haven't used any Bard Songs just yet. And also weapon training, so we can get our martial proficiency bonus that we already have from being a Bard-barian. And our Inspire Courage, which I may have forgotten to pull out of my... Yeah, I forgot to pull that out of my character sheet. My bad. There it is. So this, I believe, is very similar to Heroism here. except it's a song and not a spell. +4 music bonus to all skills. Okay. Oh, it's a different bonus type. That's the distinction. Good. Good to know. And then for Frenzied Berserker, we've started it just barely. We're getting Die Hard and automatically stabilize when incapacitated. Wait, that's what Die Hard does. Anyway, and Cracking Attack, which I'm not really too keen on. In fact, I might, if I get enough platinum, just reset this tree and put the points elsewhere. Like Die Hard's nice, but this attack kinda I could be doing better. I could be doing a better attack. Anyway, yeah, that's it. As far as spells, mostly we're picking up Cure Wounds whenever we get to a new level, so we can heal ourselves better or our allies. We're also picking up any buffs we can, either for solo play or to help our allies if we have any. Because I'm just farting around by myself right now, it's more geared up for solo play. So I've got Expeditious Retreat to run faster or catch up with allies, because there are allies that are faster. It is incredibly possible in this game to just hit the speed cap. There is a speed limit. You can hit that speed limit without Expeditious Retreat. Especially with this build. Especially with a Bard-barian. Okay, so there is an enhancement I want to show you from Swashbuckler that stacks with your Barbarian speed bonus. Where the balls is it? Fast movement. Yes, right here. You run 1% faster for each of your Bard levels. Meaning, if you go mostly Bard and not as much Barbarian, you can get plus, I think a good number would be 14.6. So you can get like plus 12, plus 14% speed, plus whatever your speed bonus is from being a Barbarian. So my fast movement from Barbarian is plus 10%. These stack. Let me show you what I mean. I'll go ahead and switch out and go show you that guy. Hang on. Here we are. Stormhorns. Okay. So this guy, Swashbuckler guy. I do have guild buffs. That's beside the point. This is a Barbarian, or Bard, Fighter, Barbarian. I only put 2 levels into Barbarian. But it gets me fast movement from there. And that stacks with the 11% bonus I'm getting from fast movement on Swashbuckler. With this, I'm able to essentially hit speed cap. Now, I am using not charisma, even though I have a lot. I'm using intelligence to damage through Harper Agent. So strategic combat here to hit better, and then intelligence to damage through Swashbuckler here. But look how fast I run. Look how fast I go. Those guys won't even catch up to me. Look, they're trying. Oh, they're hitting me. Oh, it's because it's bugbears. Okay. But then I can just turn around and do this. They're gone. And back to running. I don't even need the horse. You too. Yep. Going fast. This is what I love about this type of DBS build. It's just fast. Catch up to me. I dare you. That boulder looks like, anyway. Yeah. Down, down, down they go. Where they stop, who knows? Yeah. Yeah, that's this guy. Very fast. I'm getting distracted. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Oh, that wasn't an enemy. Whoops. Gamey venison? What? What do I do with that? What do I do with that? That's new. I've never got that before. Useful? What? Oh, there must be a quest or something that uses that. Okay. Out here. There's spring attack. Yeah. Now, if I were a trapper, I'd be able to disarm those. Instead, I just activate them by stepping on them. Ooh. Replicant marker. I think this is enough of this. Alright, that's enough of that. Anyway. Let's go to 100.
This river flows through Searing Heights and into Stormreach Harbor.
Oh, that's right, we don't have two-weapon fighting, do we? No. So we're better off. Probably with this. I'm not convinced. Let me see this. Maybe it's better. Does seem to be a little bit faster. So I think this, if we add in Swashbuckler. I know a lot of people probably don't want to think about always doing Swashbuckler all the time, but it just makes sense. Still.
From atop this crumbled archway, you see a road and a glint of water in the distance.
Ooh. I gotta take care of you first. Now, what's especially funny about Bard-barian as a concept is that when you do your Barbarian Rage, you are locked out of casting spells while you are raging. So if you're in pain and need healing and you're raging, you just have to sit with that a bit longer. Three methods? I don't know how methods work and why there always seems to be like 5 of them in one. Ow, my butt. Oh dear. So this is where a cleave would be handy.
Was an ominous cave entrance. A low hum emits from its mouth.
Mouth. Oh, I went past 100, didn't I? Oops. Let's keep going. What are we at? Alright. Alright, I think that about does it. Yeah. No idea if I'm keeping this character or not, by the way. Or this version of the character. An idea I wanted to try. Well, that'll be it. Have a good day.